what is this one moment? Is it here and now? Is it presence? Here and now, or that presence, that present state, will take you to the door of that one moment. One moment is beyond presence. That is why so many give up. Because when presence is tasted, it is a completely, and is recognized and is recollected to an instant knowing that one was always and is always this presence. It is experienced as this most contented, free and liberating space or place that one is. There's a realization that I am this presence. I am is presence. I am is presence. Presence is consciousness. Consciousness is I am. So therefore, there's a tendency to stay or to move on. And one can stay in this presence and go beyond this presence. Meaning, okay, let's just see where this presence, if it can go anywhere else other than what it is, which at this point you doubt that because it cannot get any better than this, then am I willing to continue to surrender and give up and sacrifice this world? Do I have time? And that's the mind taking you away from presence. Time. How long have I got in my life? What time do I have to go to work? All the elements of out of this present moment take you away out of this present moment. So there's not one thing deciding whether one is coming out of presence and returning to that world, saying, well, I know presence, I can always return now. It's great. It's like that little blanket I had as a child. When I need it, I can go there. But I must get on with this world, this life. There's no you to make that decision. Or there's the one, and this decision is a two-way thing. So the other option is, I'm going to stay in this presence. There's no me to stay in this presence. There's only presence. And that is, one is taken beyond this presence into that what this one moment is. Now that's a very subtle position to be in, because what takes place at this moment in time is the chooser of whether to come out of presence and return when necessary, or the chooser that stays in presence no longer exists. Because in presence, in its true state, there is no chooser. There's no I. Because you can still, okay, I can resort back to I. This is all thought. This is all mind-based stuff. But it's not mind-based when presence is truly experienced. You'll know because it's here. It's not up here. It's in the moment. It's now. And you can meditate on now and presence, and you'll experience this automatically. And you'll understand when you're in this presence that there is no I. The minute you say I, want a cup of tea, you're out of presence. I discovered presence, you're out of presence, because mind has taken you to an understanding, or a way of thinking, there's a you that knows what presence is. The mind is cunning in every way. So what takes place is consciousness, or that spirit that is watching this movie in every atom, every molecule. I don't think, oh, the spirit's watching me because he's probably watching someone good. He being Christ or Buddha, yeah, they won't have time for me. No, spirit is all-encompassing observation. Something watches presence. What watches presence? That what watches presence, meaning not you being in presence, that what watches this whole encompassing presence is this one moment. This one moment is not Christ, Buddha, God, it's everythingness. It is Brahman, Atman, Vishnu, all the gods, Source, Father, pure consciousness, pure spirit, pure soul, all at once. All in one watching, in one moment. That watching is watching itself. So presence is watching itself. Presence is being present with itself. So the idea that you can move out of presence is an idea. The idea that you can keep and maintain presence is another idea. Presence itself, in that one moment, in that recognition, that reconciliation, where you just merge into this presence, into this oneness, is all that is taking place. With ideas of moving out and remaining, and moving out and remaining. These are conceptual thoughts, because presence, as its one moment, whole-encompassing oneness state, is all that's taking place. Is there a you? Is there a me? Is there a world? Is there a universe? All is one. You can try and use a name like life or existence, meaning that's all that exists. So God is within life. Everything that you come up with this name as this whole one moment name, everything is encapsulated within it. Do you understand this? So Brahman is not the source, because life existence is beyond that. So when you try and give it a name, you're trying to get the mind is trying to get back in on action. Well, what are we going to call it when we speak about this, when we do this satsang or we write this book? What are we going to call this one moment? Is it God? Is it Brahman? Is it this? Is it that? And this is back in the world of ideas, back in the world of concepts. This speaking itself is an idea. This is not taking place as a person speaking to many other persons. These are ideas that we can share this existence or this life as broken down segments, elements, stories, narratives, ways, methods, practices, that we know something as this individual form, this human, this saint, this spectacular thing that knows more than other species, not other human species, but other animalistic, alien species. We know more. No, we know the same, because all is the same initially. All is presence, all is one moment, all is existence, all is life. See, whatever name you come up with sends another signal to think there could be another name, there could be a better name, there could be a higher name, a more superior name. That is why this speaker describes all of this one moment as that what it is. Everything is as it is, meaning no logic, no understanding. Remove all these understandings, remove all this logic, this ideas that everything is as it is, can have commas and apostrophes and question marks put after it. Everything is as it is. It being that being life, existence, one moment. Everything is one moment as it is. Everything is, you can say God as it is. That's why so many are speaking different words and languages, but the same thing. Some people who use this one moment, this presence, this awareness, this pure livingness, say, oh, everything is God. And then the next one says, everything is consciousness. And then the one says, everything is non-dual. Everything is spirit. Everything is Buddha. Everything is. And that's what this speaker was led to within this one moment. All of this is based on one maple, one eye. You can say it's infinite, it has cylindrical style, it is a mirror, it is glass-like, it is a tower, it is a system. Everything that exists is I. And when I, this phallic penis shape, stable, still, non-living, with so much possibilities within it, does this ring a bell sexually? When consciousness, its own consciousness, when it gave birth, this I gave birth to its own consciousness, it orgasmed this consciousness out, and then this consciousness remained as this enshrouding, beautiful ribbons of the maple, or this vagina that keeps giving birth, keeps giving birth, keeps giving birth, keeps giving birth. I being stable, axis maple, S being moving, emotional, feminine, profound, deep, emotional life is.